Hello students. Yes, so today in this video I'll be explaining on a topic called factors affecting a financial plan. So in my previous videos I have explained on what is financial planning, what are the various objectives a financial planner has to keep in mind at the time of planning for the finance which is acquired in the organization. Then we have understood what are the three different types of plans available. One is short term financial plan, second one the medium term financial plan, followed by the third one you have long term financial plan. And we have also learned on what are the various principles that is required in order to have a sound financial planning and effective financial planning in the firm. Fine. So now I'm going to explain on the factors that which affects a financial plan. Fine. When a financial planner is making a plan, when he's coming up with a plan, what are the factors he needs to consider, where he has to give the focus upon, right? So the first point what you have, the first factor is nature of business. I've told you in my previous videos also. The nature of business and the size of the business matters a lot. Now, what does nature of business talk about? See, public utilities, it requires a more fixed capital than the working capital when it is compared with the trading concern. When I use the term trading concern, here I'm referring to the manufacturing industry, right? So if you ask mom where the working capital requirement is more needed, is it in the manufacturing sector or is it in the service sector? Of course it is in the manufacturing sector, because you are into producing a good, where you are into producing or manufacturing of a product. What is it? Right from the procurement, right from the scratch of procuring the raw materials, you have to take care. And when it comes to the raw materials, you know the labors for which you have to put them into the work, all these are scarce in nature. Of course you have lot many people to work, but there are very few potential candidates who are available, right? So that's how things are going to work. So the nature of business, it basically talks about what is the type of the business you have, what kind of firm yours is. You are going to determine that. So always a trading concern, it requires a working capital than the fixed capital. And the nature of business, it affects the capital requirements of a concern, and it's the financial plan as well. Fine. So the next point is size of the business. Now, what does size of the business talk about? See, it is nothing but the bigger businesses, it need more of capital and the better financial control, right? Whereas they benefit more from the detailed financial planning. So it is something like, let us talk about the capital structure of your organization. What is size of the company? What does size talk about? Is it in terms of building big or small? No. Size of the company, it states about the capital of your firm. Whether it is a big company or small company, you will have to have the capital in order to start, in order to commence your business, right? So what is going to happen? Always the size of the business affects the financial plan. As I said, bigger business, it requires more capital for the better, there should be a better financial control as well. Likewise, smaller business, they need lesser capital, and some of them, they manage to survive with a minimum financial planning. So the amount of the time and the resources, when I use the term resources, it talks about three m's. That's, it stands for money, man, material, right? So all these resources, so the amount of time and the resources to be spent on planning needs to be very proportionate to the size of a business concern. So again, this is one of the major factors that helps in that affects actually while you are making a financial plan. So it is always good that the financial planner takes all these points into consideration, and he has to go ahead with the financial planning of the firm. Clear? The next point what you have as a factor is planning period. Now, what does planning period talks about? Listen to me carefully. See, a business concern, I have told you, I have explained in my previous video, right, about the types of, financial planning, right? You have short term, you have a medium term, you have a long term. Now, what does all these three types of financial planning talk about? Short term financial planning is where the financial planner is going to prepare a plan for a period of 1 year. And what's the objective of this particular plan? It is to maintain the day to day funds, that is to have an ideal working capital management. And what does it ensure? It ensures the factor of liquidity, right? And the second one, medium. What does medium talk about? This is a plan which is prepared between 1 to 5 years. And what's the objective? Of course, the working capital management. It is by default where you are going to run the day-to-day operations of the organization. Then apart from that, it includes a replacement of the assets of the organization. That plan also includes about the expansion and diversification of the organization, right? And the third one, third financial planning type is a long term. Now, what does long term talk about? Right, it talks about the long term objectives which is not attained immediately, which is achieved over a period of time. This is something like a vision. Fine. So where again it gives, this plan covers the aspects of diversification, expansion, right? So now connecting with the point planning period, you have three types: a short, medium and long term. So according to that, you are going to involve the plan, and all the plan under each stage, under each period, it is not going to it is going to differ. All right. And always, long term plans, what does it focus towards? It focuses more on permanent and the long term, the future requirements of the company. All right. So this states about the planning period. When a financial planner is coming up with a plan, he needs to keep all these aspects in his mind, and then he has to come up with an ideal plan. All right. So the next point what you have is status of the company. Now, what does status of the company talk about? Yes, see, the financial needs, the financial needs of a newly started company is different, right? Is very much different from those of companies that which are long standing ones. I mean to say, the companies which are already established. But the status of the company of a new company is absolutely different, because when you're keeping a baby steps into the prevailing market, competitive market, what do you have to do? Do you think you are going to make a profit in the first year itself? Of course, no. There's an element called a risk which talks about initial loss. You know that the loss of risk you will have to bear in the initial year. So, what is going to happen? What will be your financial status when you are newly entering the market? People are unaware about your product. So, what you got to do? You will have to bring in the awareness through advertising, through marketing. You will have to go for samples, you will have to give buy one get one free offers, right? Only then, see, making a profit is a basic motto of any organization. No organization will start its business with the intention to end up with making losses or shut it tomorrow or in the immediate next year, right? So it's the basic motto. Before that, you have to create yourself as a brand. Make sure after that you can think about the profits. You should always focus towards sustainability, how you are going to sustain in the prevailing Indian market, right? So it is something like a company's reputation talks about the name and fame, the brand, what the company has created an image in the minds of the general public or the stakeholders. Who are stakeholders are the people who are interested in the production of your organization. Example, the government, suppliers. How come government is, why government is interested? Because when you are able to spring in, when you are able to mint the money or generate the income, you are attracting the government to charge more tax. That's the reason. And how come suppliers, if you go for purchasing on credit, how come the supplier will have a faith towards you that you are going to make the payment? It all depends upon the profit, because profit acts as a barometer in order to measure whether you're doing great, you're being, financially you're well-being or not. That's the reason, right? So a company's reputation is always linked to its, the financial position, which can be controlled through the efficient financial planning. And this all lies in the hands of financial planner. That's what I told you. He is the person who becomes, responsible for, either for the success or for the failure of that particular financial plan. And always the stability and the solvency of a company is dependent on a proper, that is prompted and the accurate, the financial planning. All right, so this talks about the status of the company. Well, moving forward, we have next point, a finance risk involved. Now, what does finance risk involved talk about? See, some businesses, it involves more a financial risk. Before that, I would like to give you an example. See, finance risk involved is what I'm telling is, see, if your capital structure is 10,000 rupees, I'm just giving you a simple figure for you to understand in a better way. If your capital structure is 10,000 rupees, where you're going to say that you're going to have a, the mix of equity shares is to the loan, debentures, in form of debentures. Equity is something that which is owned fund, that which you owe, right? Whereas debentures become the borrowed funds, that which belongs to the outsiders, where you will have to repay that amount based on the maturity period or the time deadline which is fixed, attached with the interest, a fixed rate of interest you have to give. Now, what is the risk involved with it? If you ask my mom, what's the risk involved? So when you have borrowed it from the outsiders, of course you are liable to compulsorily pay the fixed rate of interest. This becomes the risk. What if your company doesn't make the profit? What if you are running under loss? What are you going to do? You can't give such reasons. So all these are the risks that which is associated with the finance, how you are acquiring in order to make up your capital formation, right? So the amount of long term and working capital it requires, like it differs with the amount of risk involved in a business, right? So more financial control is required in the case of businesses with more risk. If you have borrowed more from the outsiders, more the risk you are going to have, right? So always make sure whatever it is, you make an optimal decision, you make a gentle decision over it, right? And the need for details and the amount of expertise is very much required in order to handle the function. And it also varies the amount of risk which is involved in the business. As I said, it all depends upon the capital structure, how you are going to formulate. Is it a proportion of equity is to debt, or equity is to preference, or equity is to preference is to debt? It all depends upon the nature. Connect with the point 1 and 2. It all depends upon the nature plus the size of your organization. Fine. So this talks about the financial risk involved factor.